Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a what I spend in a week video. I'm super excited about this. I do these on like short form content, but I want to start doing them more long form again so that I can kind of explain certain expenses or why it seems like I'm spending so much money right now. If you're new here, my name is Allison. I'm 28 years old. I work in healthcare and I also do content creation on the side. A lot of my YouTube content is about my debt payoff journey, budgeting, and lifestyle content as well. If you enjoy this video or like that kind of content, feel free to like and subscribe and follow along for more content and videos like this. But yeah, let's get into today's video. I'm gonna go through starting on Sunday through Saturday, and day by day we'll see what I spent and what the total is at the end. Okay, so starting off on Saturday, and this is for the week of May 12th through the 18th. We were traveling this weekend, so I didn't really spend that much money. I did get, and I count everything in this, so I use an app called SpendNotes, and it tracks every single thing that I spend. I do input the information myself. It isn't connected to my like bank accounts or anything, but I track everything on here, even like small tiny expenses, like everything goes in here so I can see what I'm spending every single month. So the first thing on this Sunday was my Apple payment. I don't know, I feel like we all pay this. We all pay Apple something every month, and I pay $2.99. I'm pretty sure it's for like storage, like cloud space. I really don't even know, but I pay Apple $2.99 every single month, so that came out of my account. And then $15 on coffee. So normally what I do for this is like I use the Dunkin' app. Whenever we're getting something, I just upload like $15 onto my Dunkin' app. So it's not a specific number. I usually just reload like $10 or $15 on there, depending on like if we're just getting coffees, if we're getting bagels. And then eventually there is one time where I'm going and I don't need to add money because like I have enough. But we did get Dunkin' that day, and so I put $15 on my Dunkin' Rewards app. That was it for Sunday, so not very expensive day. The total for that day is $17.99. Moving on to Monday. We were traveling this weekend because we're getting married in a month and it's out of state. It's back where my family is from. So we did have to travel out of state to visit the venue because we were doing like kind of like a final walkthrough, final detail appointment. And then also while we were up there, we wanted to get our marriage license all situated because again, we're out of state. So we have to get our marriage license there so that we can get married legally. So we did all of that on Monday, so these expenses kind of reflect that. I had to pay $1.87 for parking by Town Hall because it was in the downtown area, so you have to pay for parking, which $1.87 is not that bad, and that was for like 2 hours. And then we went in and got our marriage license at Town Hall, which was $50. Kind of annoying, but not too bad actually. I kind of thought it was gonna be worse, but I'm pretty sure then when you get the actual certificate it is maybe more money. I don't really know. We will find out. I also spent $74.03 on gas that day because again we were driving from New Hampshire to Pennsylvania, so we had to get gas before we left, and then we had to get gas when we got back. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I filled up my tank when I got back because then I had to work the next day, so I wanted my tank to be full. $74.03 on gas on Monday, which hurt. And then I also spent $5.78 on snacks in the car just for the ride. I think I got like all junk food. It's totally fine. Some candy. But I think when you're driving, you have to get car snacks, obviously. Like road trips, anything over like 4 or 5 hours, you need car snacks. You just do. So that was Monday, and so the total for Monday was $131.68. It's getting a little pricey now, it's fine. Tuesday, all I bought was a couple things for golf. I recently took up golfing and I'm going tomorrow for the first time to do 9 holes. So I needed a glove. It would be this hand. I need a glove for going golfing, and that was $12.71 on Amazon. We love Amazon for those reasons and those reasons only. They ship things very quickly and you can get it like the next day, and it's also relatively cheap. So that was Tuesday, and obviously the total for that is $12.71. Wednesday, the only thing I needed to get was gas again, and that was $32.05. I get gas a lot, and if you watch any of my videos, you will know that I get gas very frequently because I do drive a lot for work. I drive 1 hour one way. So every day I drive 2 hours every day, 5 days a week. This week was only 4, but also Monday I drove 5 hours. So yeah, I just drive a lot. I drive a lot, I get a lot of gas. It is what it is. Eventually, I won't have this job forever, I won't. For now, I think for at least like another year, I probably will have this job, but for now, I do spend a lot on gas. But that's all I spent on Wednesday. So total for Wednesday is $32.05. I'm moving on to Thursday. Thursday was kind of an expensive day. You get cat food and cat litter delivered every few weeks. I think litter's every 2 weeks, food is every 3 weeks. And that just is like an auto delivery from Amazon, but we had to get cat litter delivered in these 2 weeks, so that came out of the account, and that was $35. I get 2 things of litter. And then I haven't mentioned this much, I don't think, on here. On some of my TikTok videos I ended up hating my engagement ring band. This one is fake. I've been wearing this fake one for probably like 2 months straight now because the band on my engagement ring was just awful. They don't tell you when you get the diamonds on the side. Like mine, the prongs were like sticking out. I literally had like a callus on my finger. I was not happy. So I panicked and I was like, I don't know, I couldn't picture having my wedding with like not being happy with the ring that I had, and like then those photos would be there forever. So my best friend's mom works at a jewelry store where I got the ring, so she took the ring, got it fixed, got a new band. They put a blue topaz stone in my old engagement ring band so that I still have the band, I still have the ring, and then I have something blue for the wedding, which I think is really sweet. And then I have a new just plain band for my engagement ring stone. All of that to say, it did cost me $600 to do all of that. I think it's totally worth it because I haven't even been wearing it. Even when I had it, I wasn't wearing it because it was just very uncomfortable, and for what I do for work, I use my hands a lot, and I was just getting like, it was really, really starting to bother me, and I just couldn't do it anymore. So definitely worth it. And then again, I'll be happy on my wedding day when I see it and I see the photos and I'm like, okay, I'm happy with the ring, I'm happy with everything. It fits with my actual wedding band that I bought better. So overall, happy with this purchase, but again, was not really expecting to spend more money on my ring, but it's fine. And then I also made kind of like an Amazon purchase for wedding related items, and that came out to $277.37. And that was I bought like some white hangers for like my dress and bridesmaids dresses, and I'll probably give one to my mom and my future mother-in-law. And because I have a Cricut, like I'm very, very artsy crafty. So I like to do things like that. I have a Cricut, and I'm gonna put everyone's names on the top and like put a little bow on it, because I also want to give everyone some like stuff, some gifts, some fun things just to say thank you. So I bought hangers, I bought ribbon, I bought like a ring holder. Oh, I had to get easels for the wedding signs that I'm making. And then the last thing I bought was this like privacy shade thing, because there's one spot in the venue that I kind of want to cover because it's not the prettiest looking area, and it's like when you walk in down the stairs, there's just this like blank space that I need something to do with. So I bought this like rattan privacy shade thing, and I'm gonna stick little photos of us to it, and then maybe put some like baby's breath around it just to make the space a little nicer. But that was the bulk of like what this order was, because that was like $190, but I think definitely worth it. And then I also keep telling myself, like, I'm a big like resell stuff and Facebook Marketplace, so anything after the wedding I'm just gonna sell, so hopefully I can make some of my money back. So that kind of goes into some of the reason why I buy some of these stuff, because I'm like, okay, well I can resell it, I'll make some of my money back. Grand total for Thursday is $912.37. I feel like the last few, like what I spend in a week, things have been super high, but it is because a lot of stuff is wedding related things, And we've been saving for the wedding for months. Like, we got engaged September 2022. We've been saving money since then. Like, basically once that started and we started booking vendors, we were like, okay, let's start saving money now for everything so that we're not in a weird situation or like panicking or going into debt for our wedding. It does seem like I'm spending a lot, but like all these big things, like we paid for the, photographer recently, we paid the DJ recently, like those are all things that we had the money for. It's time to make those payments. So it just feels like we're spending a lot, but it's just that these payments are due and the wedding's in a month. So we're just spending all the money that we have saved for the wedding. I know it seems like we're spending a lot and it feels like I'm spending a lot, but a lot of it was planned spending. Friday was kind of an expensive day. I will say another expensive-ish day. My Planet Fitness membership came out and that was $10. I had to stop and get pickles at the grocery store for dinner and that was $6.99, but I really wanted to try this brand of pickles, the Grillo's pickles. Very worth it, definitely worth it. They were very good. And then I did buy a steamer also on Amazon because again, I'm just starting now to think of everything that I need for the wedding and the day of. And I was picking up my dress this weekend, so I was thinking about it. I'm like, oh, I should probably get like a little steamer for the day of in case there's like wrinkles in it and whatever. So I did buy a steamer for $25. I made a payment towards my car, which was $250. Everything that I spend goes on this list. And then I did buy also Fairlife protein shakes on Amazon for $38. So that brings my total on Friday to $329.99. And then today, again, wedding expenses. Today was actually probably the most expensive day that I've maybe ever had, to be honest. But it's definitely a weird week to do this video. I wanted to show like some regular spending that I do during the week, but this obviously was a very crazy week for me. I paid for my photographer, so I finished paying for that. That was $1,245. That payment was due, so I paid that. And then $300 for my wedding dress. I went to pick that up and obviously I got alterations done. So that was $300. As I just previously mentioned, this was all stuff that I had time to plan and save for. It's just now the payments are due. Like every single video that I've done in the past year and a half where I do my paycheck breakdown videos, where I said I'm saving $250 for the wedding, this is what all that money has been used for. My fiance has also been saving money. So again, it seems like a lot. It's just all at once. The wedding stuff is happening all at once. I truly recommend, I say this in all my videos, as soon as you get engaged and you start booking stuff, start saving. Like start a savings account, use a high yield savings account. That's what we did, so we get interest while the money's sitting there. Don't be afraid to like have a longer engagement. Like we didn't even really have a long engagement, but we got engaged in the fall. So it would have been too quick, I feel like, to get married that next summer, because it just didn't give us a lot of time. And also like vendors are booked already. Like it's harder to find the vendors that you want. So we waited, like it was September, we waited all of 2023 and we are getting married June of 2024. So we had almost 2 years basically, but it also was awesome because every vendor had the date available. Prices were actually still decent because we got like old prices, because even now these prices have gone up. And then also it gave us almost 2 years to save and prepare for all the expenses that we were gonna have. So I do highly recommend doing that because you don't want to get in over your head, and weddings are crazy expensive. And then little things come up, like I said, with like hangers, steamer, like all these little things. Like I need certain smudge proof pens. Like it's just so many things come up. And you'll be super thankful that you have this extra money just sitting in there for wedding expenses. It just makes it so much less stressful. Still gonna be stressful, but less stressful. And then the last thing was I just paid my student loans. I paid my final student loan payment because I got my tuition reimbursement from my last paycheck. I'll link my video here on my last paycheck breakdown because I kind of go over how I got this money and what it was used for. My student loan journey breakdown in that video. I I paid $1,900 towards my student loans, which completely pays them off, and that felt amazing and it felt really, really good. Obviously, a lot of money though. So grand total for today, Saturday, was $3,445. I think people just think that I'm just spending this money willy-nilly and that it wasn't saved for, or it wasn't money for the student loans, was tuition reimbursement. Like, all these things come into play. It's not just like I'm like either one, rich, or two, in debt. I mean, I am a little bit in debt, but not like crazy. Anyway, yeah, I just think people make assumptions when I say these like crazy large numbers, but really it's just about saving and planning and budgeting, and that's like my whole thing, you know what I mean? That brings my total for the week to $4,881, which is a lot. It's a lot for me. I don't know if I've ever spent that much money in a week. Again, very abnormal week for me with everything that we've been spending. Keep that in mind. Hopefully I can start doing like more of these videos. I do find them fun and enjoyable. I will hopefully be able to do some more of these when I have a little bit more of a normal budget. That is everything that I spent this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in the next video.